So the boxing match finished a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and I've already covered one aspect, one side of the boxing match between Boogie and Wings, that being Boogie. I show my disdain for Boogie and how much I dislike how he is constantly playing the victim and how he's trying to use mental illness as a cover-up for his shortcomings. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But I thought we should check in on Wings, because Wings had a pretty good moment as soon as he finished boxing. I mean, he obviously crushed the fight. He seemed relatively charismatic, seemed like a lot of people were on his side. He goes back to streaming. He gets like several $1,000s in donations in his first stream. Everything's looking up for Wings. And just a couple weeks later, he's back to e-begging. He's back to throwing a pity party for himself. You know, what changed so quickly? I think we're going to be able to see his psyche really at play here to try and understand why he thinks the way he does and why he ultimately never succeeds. So, without further ado, we're going to see a massive pity party breakdown. As the trolls might say, I took these clips, I took this full video from Breaking Banquet, but either way, let's see what Richard's up to.
Alright. At this point, I'm banning the word boxing. Let me go do that. I'm sleepy as hell, but I gotta continue to stream. I need to make... Realistically, I need to make another $130 before I go to bed.
So, I feel like this is always a bad attitude to have. And this is a thing that like DSP does all the time. I never understand like donation goals, because I feel like streaming should be like this interactive experience between the viewer and the streamer, and there shouldn't be this like harsh input of a monetary goal, you know? Yes, I understand it from like a job perspective. Wings needs money to support his Pepsi addiction and his Mustang addiction, but like it sort of disconnects the viewer from him. And ironically, you know, Twitch does like, you know, a lot of streamers would do like sub goals, and that like separates the monetary aspect a little bit from it, because it's like, oh, we're just trying to get followers or subscribers to our channel, while that also costs money, you know? But like a donation goal just feels like, you know, Wings will sit around until he reaches that, and then he'll just log off. See ya. Bye. You know, you don't really get anything for that money. But Wings doesn't really seem to understand that.
Well, I need you guys. Like, I need you guys to start hitting the like button. Like, the trolls are starting to take over again. They're outnumbering your likes 2-1. It used to be like 4-1. So it's gotten better. It got to the point where like we were having like 60 or 70% likes. What ends up happening is like the trolls have a Discord set up, so like every time I go live, there are bots in there that come in and automatically dislike and leave the stream. So you got to compete against that.
One thing that I don't think Jordy understands is the fact that like any interaction with your video is beneficial to the algorithm. Now, I don't know how it works for streaming, because I haven't done that yet. In the future, I will stream, I promise you that. But currently, I don't know all the ins and outs of how they get promoted and whatever. I feel like streams sort of get shoved to the side a little bit on YouTube. It's kind of hard to recognize or find new streamers. But if it works like videos, any amount of interaction, comments, posts, likes, dislikes, they all are sort of on like an even playing field that pushes you up the algorithm. So like the trolls going in for 1 second and downvoting and leaving should theoretically put you in the right state of mind. I don't know if they've changed for streams, if like more dislikes negatively affect streams to like, you know, if people aren't liking the stream or whatever, but like the whole thing is kind of dumb, you know? I think viewers should want to like your content, and if they like your content, they will, and if they don't, they don't. He's sitting here begging for money and throwing a pity party and expects likes out of it. You know, I don't see how those correlate.
I don't want to talk about the boxing because the boxing's behind me at this point. Like, look at this. Look at it this way. I'm looking at my numbers right now. I got 88 subs in the last 30 days. Like, my last week, I got 10, 3, -7, -7, -20, -11. Like, at this point, more people are leaving the channel than they're coming into the channel. June. Like, I'm down 33% on views. I'm down 5% on watch time, 104% on subscribers. I've actually lost 81 subscribers in the month of June. And my money is down 43%. So anybody talking about people doing 9 to 5s, just ban them.
One thing about all these locals that care so much about numbers that they don't understand is, like, you have to innovate when you're on the platform. You know, I've been making videos on this platform mostly unsuccessfully since 2009. Not on this particular channel, but since then. And I've seen the evolution of what becomes popular, what becomes unpopular. You know, I was back in the day, I remember when the how they did like monetization was strictly based on like the 10-minute guideline, where it's like if you hit 10 minutes your like ad revenue doubles. So it like completely, and they would advocate for those longer form videos. It completely decimated the animation sector of YouTube, and all those channels that would take so long to make a single video would get pushed out of the algorithm. Their channels would fall apart. They wouldn't make as much money. You know, that's just an example. I've been around seeing all these things happen, and people adapt, you know, people find ways around it. So Wings being upset that he is constantly losing subscribers, and it's like, for a guy that has over 400,000 subscribers, why are you caring if you're gaining or losing 80 subscribers a month? You know, if you lost 100 subscribers a month, it doesn't mean anything. You know, compared to the size of your channel, that's so tiny. It doesn't have a huge impact. I understand that, like, he's only pulling in like 300 to 400 viewers a stream. So in his mind, he's probably thinking, well, if I lose 100 subscribers, that's 100 viewers. And that's not really how it works. You know, most people, typically their viewership is like a third of their subscriber base, something like that, depending on the content you make. But, you know, if you lose 100, you can view that as, okay, well, maybe I lost 20 or 30 viewers during a stream. You know, it's hard to relate, but he's so like fixated on these like tiny numbers that like he should broaden his horizon as to how he should attack his channel.
What would it take to get you back in the ring? I'm probably not. Twitch and Ash. I'm probably not. Because it doesn't give me no long-term success. Like, I'm looking for something to transition into, and I'm not. I'm 37. I'm 400. I'm morbidly obese. I'm not going to be a person that fights all the time. I'd be better off getting something that works behind the scenes.
This is the ultimate defeatist attitude that Wings has all the time, where he can't even, like, you know, he was working with Keemstar, and no matter what you say about Keemstar, that dude innovated. He was constantly finding the next thing to move towards in order to build his brand, in order to build his income, and etc. You know, his image might not be the best, but look at him now. You know, you might not like how he got there or what he did to get there, but he is successful at the end of the day. So, like, the fact that he can't see that if he did a year-long vlog series where he used to do this when he had a trainer and he would show off his training regimen. You know, like, people love those videos. It's like Walk 365 or whatever he did. People love watching those types of things. If you're actively trying to succeed, people can and will be inspired by that. He just doesn't see that. He doesn't want to push himself to become that. And he'll make a plethora of excuses saying, oh, I'm too hurt to do it, or I need to make this money, man, I can't be doing fun projects. And it's like, well, then you're in the wrong field. You know, YouTube has to be a passion project. It can't be a monetary cash out thing. You know, if it's that, you're never going to succeed. You're always going to be unhappy, and you're going to be stuck in the spiral. And that's what Wings ultimately is.
Giant exercise. First off, I want to say great job on showing up and getting in the ring after you went from 1K viewers a day after stream to back to your normal numbers. People want to see a new you. It's not going to happen, man. I'm always going to be a fat person. And I thank you for the $50 donation, but like I'm always going to be a fat person. I'm not going to be a person that does more than everything. Cuz like people went back and said like, like people feel like I squandered the hype. The hype was always going to be squandered. Because one, I'm pretty much done with the YouTube part of my life. Like I don't want to make YouTube videos. Like, because like, here's what happens when I make a YouTube video. It's going to get dislike bombed. There's going to be people in the comment section that just hate. Like, it's ridiculous.
So, first off, I should note, he's been spinning a fidget spinner this entire time. So if you hear something that sounds like a Matchbox car noise, you know, the plastic rattling noise, that's him spinning a fidget spinner because he can't control his anxiety, and all this stuff makes him super stressed out and super anxious. So that's a word of note. But second off, the fact that he can't even comprehend the idea that he could change himself for the better, and that there are people, he has squandered a lot of the viewership. Now, the expectation that he was going to have like 5,000 viewers a stream or whatever is preposterous. Wings' content is boring. He streams himself being average at best at games. Who cares? Nobody cares about that. People want to watch you for your personality, Wings. As crazy as that sounds. They want to see you for you. They don't want to sit there and watch you play Diablo for 8 hours and barely talk and then complain about how nobody's watching the streams. Nobody cares about that. If you would have done this vlog series that I laid out, people would come back. They would be interested. Maybe not every video, you know, maybe not all your videos would get several thousands of views or whatever. But maybe every once in a while you do something cool or you hit some milestone, it gets posted on Twitter. And then people that watch that fight, they're like, oh, Wings, I forgot about that guy. Yeah, he seemed like he was really moving on the up and up. Let me go check him out again. Wings can't comprehend that. He lives in the now and can't see the future. That's why all of his mistakes pile up, because he's constantly looking 1 foot ahead of him and crashes into the wall that's 20 feet ahead of him. It's pathetic at this point.
Let's go look at the comments on my videos. If he did this every day, he'd lose weight. Elbows at the impact, don't push your punches. Like the people are like giving me tips on the boxing thing. He really ruined all the positivity he went through with the boxing match. There's never a positive comment. I just don't even read them half the time now. You know, it breaks my heart about Wings. Every time he gets some kind of vindication, change in public perception, he actually seems to be on the trajectory of gaining fans back. For example, the fight, everyone doubted he would show up. He throws it all away to be back to his man-child self. Weird, I dipped right in for the streak ended. Wings, imagine running a business that you'll never tell anyone when the business is open and you show up at the business whenever. People always trying to get advice. Checking Wings of Redemption. Box again, pimp. Here's Epic Yarn say he's proud of me. Thank you, Epic. That's the first good comment. And then the next comment's Epic Yarn. Anything that's not one of my mods. You know the character menu, right? Change the tier and delete the character. You can skip the campaign on new characters. After all the hype from the big box match, Wings couldn't redeem himself. You see why I'm getting tired of this, right? Every time I see it, it's just somebody talking about this shit. I don't want to talk about it.
So here's the thing about being an online content creator. You can't let the random anonymous comments that people leave, and once again, I get mostly support, and I'm very appreciative of that. But there are comments on every video I make of people calling me stupid or saying that my content sucks or that X, Y, and Z. It happens all the time. The difference is, why would I give that even a monicum of interest to my day? Why? those people that are leaving those comments for the most part are just like losers. They're the people projecting their own hatred of themselves to everybody else, particularly you know? And it's like, it's cool. And yeah, sometimes it can be hard not to let them eat at you or to not retaliate against them. But like, at the end of the day, they're still watching you, right? You can turn that circus of people into something. And a lot of the comments that he read were just people trying to give him advice, you know, trying to make him be better. There's nothing wrong with people the dude telling him how to punch better. Like, what's wrong with that? Why are you so upset that somebody's trying to help you be better? You know? Yeah, if you want to be mad at the people saying like, oh, like, he's so fat, he's so dumb, like, yeah, sure. You know? But those are surface level throwaway things. But like, he's such a baby. It's like incomprehensible to believe that he's gone this far while being this thin-skinned, and it's just everybody was hoping that he would take a leap forward, and I think we all got smacked in the face and realized, hey, that dream's over. This is the Wings that has always been and will continue to be until this channel no longer exists. So it's just unfortunate, man.
By the way, I need likes. We got 279 people in here. I need at least 150 likes. Hit them like buttons, boys.
Yeah, guys, come on. Why wouldn't you want to like this content? He's crying and complaining about comments and how people aren't nice to him and how he doesn't make enough money on his streams where he sits here and does nothing. You know? And then he complains and gets upset when people try to do anything. You know? Don't give me advice. Don't tell me what to do. You know, I'm not an e-beggar. I'm not begging for money. What is this? You know, it's just like he lives in his own world of delusion.
Like, what's the point of collab? I understand you'll get people to know you might get a new viewer here and there. Yeah, it gave me 12K, but like you'd lose, like I might lose more money in that in the long run. You got to piss where my actually sad, bro. I was rooting for you, but you too focused on the negativity. How are you not supposed to be focused on the negativity?
It's crazy. He's been given like the biggest advocacy for himself in years, and he just constantly looks for the worst aspects of it. It's like, how do you feel any sympathy for him? In terms of the collaboration, I'll throw this out there for anyone. Anyone that makes content in a similar vein that I do, wants to collab with me, has a similar following or viewership base as me, hit me up. Let me know. Go to my Twitter. I'll put it up on the screen now. We'll talk. We'll get this together. I think that's one aspect of YouTube that I wish was more prevalent. You know, in the past, you know, probably like 2018 and prior, I feel like we saw a lot of collaboration across a wide spectrum of genres, and it doesn't really go on a whole lot anymore, you know. So if people want to collab, people want to make dual commentaries on things or a stream at some point, I can't promise anything now, but let me know. I'd be happy to work with people, because I think that's the best way that you get your name out there and you establish a community of people that can work around something, you know. Wings can stick in the past. Let's push forward to the future.
You got to feel appreciated to do videos. Like, even when I went on my way to make a video. I made the Buc-ee's video. It got 30,000 views and got demonetized. Half the comments were negative.
Here's one aspect that I sort of agree with. I feel like everybody makes content because they want people to watch it and they want to be appreciated for the content they make. And I think that's true across the board. But it also has to be a passion project. You know, when I started to make videos again, I did it because I really enjoyed the people I was watching online. And I thought, there's probably people that also watch this stuff and maybe they want to talk about it. So I just made videos. And I continue to do it because I find these topics interesting and I like to talk. Therefore, I make the content. And you know, yeah, being appreciated is a bonus to it. If you're hated, I can see why it's hard. But if playing games is your dream, then make it your dream. But at the same time, I also have a fallback. I have a full-time job. I don't have to worry about money. So, like, I see both sides of the coin.
Here's the thing. Like, my wife wants a car to drive so she don't have to put like a ton of miles on her car. So we're looking for something cheap. And the idea was like, maybe I could get like $1,000 car. And I found like this yellow Mustang. And I can just show it now because I'm not getting it at this point. And I was trying my hardest to buy it because the ad stated that it was a 2005 Mustang at 181,000 miles on it. They wanted $1,000 for it. It was a steal. That's what it was. And I was trying my hardest to get it. That was the Mustang, but like she sold it to somebody else. Never even messaged me. It doesn't matter if it's a scam. No, it wasn't a scam. I could tell. I could see scams away.
Did we almost just fall back into a salvaged Mustang arc once again? Did that almost come true? You know, I don't know why you would have to get a Mustang if your wife needs a car for whatever reason. I can't remember if they only have one car now, if he got rid of that truck he had for a long time, or if he still has it. They got rid of the, like, DoorDash mobile car, but, like, I don't know. Does Kelly even work? I know there was a whole thing about her quitting her job in the past. I don't know if that was real. I don't know. I don't keep up with all the Wings lore anymore because a lot of it is just boring. But, boy oh boy. I think he's lucky to have missed out on a $1,000 Mustang.
What made me happy was I felt relevant. I felt like people appreciated me. I felt like I was entertaining again, and that I could be entertaining again. That's what made people happy. I remember when I first got into YouTube, I made 3 videos a day, not for money, because I didn't make money when I first got YouTube, but because people were interested.
Why did you start making YouTube videos? Why did you get into it?
Money.
Money. So you came into this as a money-making thing.
I got laid off in October of last year. Basically, I did a little bit of job hunting, and I realized the only place hiring to make any kind of decent money was Walmart. I can't do that. I had unemployment coming to me. I had about a year's worth. So I'm gonna try to get some gaming on there and try to make side money. And I was using more of it as an excuse not to do anything.
Would ask questions, and people were invested in the content that I made. And you know, I don't got that no more.
You know, if he's been in it for money since the beginning, it's hard to be like, well, why should I care now? You know, where's the passion? Where's the drive behind everything? At the same time, I sort of see it from the early COD commentary days where, you know, people were just discovering how to make this a career and how to make money off of it. So I sort of get it. But at the same time, it's like, who wants to watch playthroughs anymore? You know, there have to be some people out there, but I haven't watched a complete playthrough of a game since, like, Pokemon Black and White. Whenever that came out. Was that like 2010 or something like that? Like, it's been a decade since I've wanted to watch a playthrough, because what's the point? You know, a lot of it is just drivel, boring, and it's like I could just do it myself, or I could watch somebody stream it. I don't like watching streams all that much, but like I can see the stream aspect of enjoying a game, but not watching 60 parts of a playthrough.
But it is there. Delete the Let's Play. Why delete it? Why keep it? I can watch it. I don't know. I was thinking about maybe uploading it in October, but I don't know.
So he literally has a full Let's Play of Dead Space, like the remaster, and he just won't upload it because I guess his psyche is stuck in the, well, people are going to be mean to me, or there's not going to be enough viewers. So somebody wittily says, why don't you just delete it then? And he's like, well, maybe I'll watch it myself. Like, who is he fooling? You know, like, You can have plans, but like if you don't take the actions, nothing will come.
That's what I did it for. Here's the thing with manually approving comments 672. Manually approving comments means I have to read every comment. And reading the comments is what makes me have like reactions like the front part of this stream. Where it's like it gives you the situation where you're just viciously unhappy.
He's like built his own labyrinth of torture because you don't have to read the comments. YouTube has an automated system that will siphon them. And you can also build that system to like exclude certain words or like whatever. You know, there's a lot of filters you can put into it. I don't mess with it at all because I don't care. I don't read everything. But like, if you're going to read every comment, yeah, you're going to go insane because people are going to be, you just read, you know, dumb Billy down the street who has 4 subscribers and no videos, who's leaving comments. Like, who cares about that guy? You know, it's just like, Wings is just a defeatist in nature.
To say I don't have thick skin, like, how many people have dealt with what I've had to deal with and lasted less than a day?
This is the crazy part. What has he had to deal with? Trolls being mean to him? Wow. That's difficult, buddy. Just wait until you get a real job. And then you can see what it's like for everybody else in the world who has to deal with higher-ups and clients and whoever. It's just like, dude, you stream video games not even every day. You stream video games for 2 hours every couple of days. Oh, your life's so hard. It's like, give me a break, dude. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a like. Go follow my Twitter, interact with me, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.